Hey everyone, welcome to the multifamily mixtape. I apologize for my absence. I got sick, and it was bad. It knocked me out for a while, and I just recently got my voice back, or at least enough to be able to have a conversation with somebody longer than 10 or 15 minutes. But my voice was sort of cracking. It was coming and going. You can maybe tell if any of you listen to my podcast that there's still something there because my voice is a little deeper right now. Not going to lie, I kind of dig it. Hope it stays around, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. But anyway, my apologies. I am back and got some fresh new content that we're working on. I'm looking forward to some very, very interesting, thought-provoking podcasts coming up very, very soon. Some of them have been in the works for a while now. We finally have some individuals picked out. So now we're just going to work on the questions. But anyway, I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. All right. The reason I'm here, or the reason, or the topic of conversation for today. I was speaking at a state conference not too long ago, and my presentation was based on mental health. And we talk about the top 5 factors that affect mental health in multifamily maintenance, the top 5 coping strategies, and then the top 5 workplace initiatives. Well, in the top 5 factors that affect mental health and multifamily maintenance, number 3 or 4 on that list is limited recognition and support. So in the room, there were a lot of maintenance personnel, and I asked the question, what does that mean to you? What does limited recognition and support mean? And got a couple things back and forth. Some people spoke up and offered some advice, but we really kind of honed in on the support portion of that. I asked the question, how many of you received training when you came to work for your company, whatever company it was? How many of you received training? Pretty much all the hands of maintenance went up in the room. And then I said, but wait, I'm not talking about onboarding. I'm not talking about the sit down in front of a computer and take these virtual online classes that you have to take in order for your companies to maintain their insurance standards. I'm not talking about those. How many of you actually received training on how to do your day-to-day job? All the hands that were raised went down. Not one person, not one maintenance personnel in that session said they received any type of training for how to do or on how to do their current jobs. On an episode of The Turnover recently with Paul Rhodes and Chris Karamanica and I, we were talking about how, Chris brought up a question on training and how leasing office side of things tend to get a lot of training on day 1, week 1. A new office personnel comes in. They're not leasing apartments on day 1. They're going through multiple steps of training, at least in his experience. I don't disagree with him. It's just been a very long time since I have been on that side of things. So I don't want to comment on what I have seen or haven't seen, but in his experience, new leasing rarely lease apartments on day 1. They receive a lot of training building up to it. But he made the statement that, however, when new maintenance steps on site, it is, here's your work orders, here's your go to work. That statement backs up what I asked the room at the state conference about who here received any type of training at all on how to do your job. Again, not the mandated company things that you have to do for insurance, but like, this is how you do a work order. This is how we want you to complete work orders. This is how you use your mobile device. This is how you dress. This is our like whatever it is. All the hands went down, which backs up Chris's statement about how maintenance doesn't receive the proper training. Several months ago, I did a podcast on this network, a multifamily mixtape. I did a podcast on how to design and implement a maintenance training program. And I gave a statistic from the Voice of the Resident report for 2024. This is a report that comes out by Wide Whale. Well, that was, I gave us a statistic off of Wide Whale's 2024 Voice of the Resident report. Voice of the Resident report for 2025 just came out maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago. And in 2024, maintenance was the number one cause of negative reviews with 34% of the negative reviews being maintenance related, or at least had the word maintenance in the review. That's how they do that. 2025 Voice of the Resident report from Wide Whale now states that maintenance was the number one cause of negative reviews with 38%. So we went up. Maintenance went up with our percentage of negative reviews. It doesn't give specifics on the reviews, or at least I didn't dig into them. I just giving you the numbers here, right? Could there be disgruntled people who are just doing it to do it? I am unsure. I do not know how, where, why, when Widewell pulls their information, but this is a pretty reputable company who gives out pretty reputable statistics. So I just have to assume that 38% of our reviews, or the negative reviews, are for maintenance. And that was the number one cause of negative reviews. So they had the most. Everything else was below that and was much less than 38%. So I want to ask, what can we do about it? Does maintenance need more training? Job-specific training? Or what is the reason why maintenance does not receive more job-specific, company-specific, enter your word here, specific training? What can we be doing different? What do we need to do different? Paul Rhodes, I believe this was on the turnover as well, but Paul Rhodes made a statement. This is an episode that will actually be coming out this Saturday on the turnover. He had gone to a conference for educators, and he learned some pretty interesting stuff about relating training to play. How people will pick up things faster if training is play to that person. Play could be different. You could have 10 people in a room and you're giving a training on a whiteboard or a PowerPoint presentation or whatever it is. And I don't know the statistics of this, but not all 10 people are going to pick up the same information. Okay. 2 or 3 of them who may learn through presentations, who may learn through whiteboards, who may learn through people just talking, might pick it up and might say, oh, this was the best training in the world. But everyone else might just be bored to death because you're not speaking their language. PowerPoints, whiteboards, clicker, hey, and over here in Q2, we noticed a 3% drop in our. I'm sorry, but what? Me personally, I'm out. I'm checked out. If I walk into a training room and I see the tables and the chairs and I see the big thing up on the screen, like, nope, you lost me. I'm out. So, and I imagine that's for a lot of people, especially maintenance. I'm severe ADHD, and my brain has to be, I have to be touching. You want to teach me something, put it in my hand, and let me do it. But if I have to sit there, I'm out. And again, I imagine that's a lot of us maintenance, mechanically minded individuals. So here's a plug for the Turnover podcast that comes out on Saturday. Listen to that episode because Paul brought up some very nice, wonderful information, and he even changed my mind. If I remember the episode correctly, we recorded it a while ago, but I'll just listen to the episode. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, back to multifamily mixtape. What can we do different? What do we need to do different? How can we design and implement maintenance training programs that companies can adapt and stick to that will start to bring the negative reviews for maintenance down? Is it a training issue? When I had that episode and I mentioned this statistic, this is right here. Maintenance was the number one cause of negative reviews in 34%. I had someone comment on my YouTube and he says, while I agree maintenance needs training, I think it's wrong to assume that, wait, how was it worded? While I agree maintenance needs training, I think it's wrong to assume that the negative reviews are because of training, is around about what the comment said. And I was like, hey, that's a fair point. I don't disagree. But based on 2025, our percentage is going up to 38%. I have to assume that our negative reviews are because of training. We're not doing something right as an industry. There are companies out there who are doing phenomenal jobs at training and maintaining and investing in their maintenance. Good for you. I love you. Your employees love you. You've got it figured out. Bottle it up, sell it, and make the industry as a whole a much better place to work for maintenance. But for those companies who don't, for those companies who are day one, hey, here's your keys. Here's you get an email. You don't even get an in-person conversation. You get an email. Here's your onboarding paperwork. Go fill this out. Okay, because everything's app-based now, right? Or digital. You don't. Yeah, that's not personal at all, right? So outside of that, or how do we make that better? But for those companies who just do this. If you don't do it, it's not my problem. I sent you the email. It's up to you, bro. And by the way, day one, here's your app. Here's where you get your work orders. Maybe someone teaches you how to use the app to put in the information properly. Maybe someone welcomes you to the company. Maybe you get a hat. Maybe you get a shirt. But what do we do? What are we doing? How do we make it better? Somebody help me out. How do we make it better? But to design and implement a maintenance training program, first thing you have to do is you have to assess your training needs, conduct skills gap analysis, and understand your legal and safety requirements. Step number 2, you have to set objectives and goals, define clear training goals, align training with your company's objectives, and establish KPIs, whatever that is for you, whatever that is for your company, whatever it is you want to measure the success of this program. You have to develop those KPIs based on the metrics you want to track. Is it speed? Is it efficiency? Is it callbacks? Is it resident satisfaction? It could be all of them. Figure them out, stick to them. Step number 3, design the training program. Choose the training format. Is it in person? Is it online? Is it blended to give the best of both? Yes, it should be blended to give the best of both. Develop the curriculum, create the training materials. Step 4, the implementation. How are you going to do it? Are you going to hire outside trainers to come in and do it? Or are you going to create this position within your company and you have people who do the training? It's up to you, up to your company. Let's see. So select your trainers, scheduling and logistics. Are trainers going to you? Are you coming to a central facility? Right? Figure that part out. Pilot the program. Test it. Okay? Test it. See what happens. Step 5, encourage engagement. If I design a maintenance training program and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, you'll get something out of it. Does that sound fun? Would you want to sign up for that? Probably not. So encourage engagement, foster the learning culture. Culture is a huge word right now in property management. In industry in general, culture. People leave positions, leave high-paying jobs because of culture. So it's not just about money. Foster a learning culture. Make it interactive, from role-playing, simulations, group discussions, gamification, and rewards. Make it play, whatever play is to you. And then the last step was to do an evaluation and continuous improvement. Post training assessments and quizzes, track your KPIs and performance metrics, collect feedback via surveys, interviews, open discussion. And then commit to ongoing improvement, updating content and methods as needed, continuous professional development. It's not a one and done. The basics can be one and done. However, there needs to be some form of continuous education. I'm going to butcher the statistics because I do not have it in front of me, but I'll be pretty close. I'll be pretty accurate, but the average multifamily maintenance person receives anywhere from 8 to 10 training hours a year. A year. 8 to 10. Okay. Ritz-Carlton, one of the top customer service oriented organizations of all time, receives 96 training hours a year. Do you think we could be better at our jobs? Do you think we could be better at customer service? Do you think we could be better at service if we received half of that? We could probably get pretty close. We could probably become better than 8 to 10 hours. So whenever you design and build this training program, it doesn't have to be 96 hours. It could be 40, could be 50. It's better than 8. Better than 8. And watch your team's success. Is it going to be an investment? Yes. Yes, it is. well, what if I invest all this money in our culture and our training, and then they just wind up leaving and go somewhere else? You know the saying, you can repeat it word for word. What if you don't invest in this training and your people stay? How are they going to get better? How are you going to get better? How's your company going to get better? I don't know. Thoughts? I asked a lot of questions, and I would love some feedback. So please comment. This will be posted on social media, YouTube, all the places. Leave some comments. Let me know where I'm wrong. Disagree with me. That's totally fine. I get it. And again, you might work for a company that does all of this, and you're just like, Mark, I don't see what you're saying. That's great. Please tell me. So I know there are companies out there who are doing it right. But the vast majority of you, you know exactly what I'm saying. You agree with me. So my questions, and if you don't want to post something because you don't want to see your name being popped up on there, then email me, Mark, M-A-R-K, at multifamilymixtape.com and tell me. And I can use your information I can use your information on it without your name. I would never put anyone in some form of precarious situations. I don't want anybody getting in trouble. If you feel comfortable enough to reply and leave us some information, great. But if you want to do it in a secretive way, post it anonymous. I'm pretty sure there's ways you can do that, but we'll be more than happy to help you figure that out too. But we just want to hear from you. I'd love to know what you think we're doing wrong, what you think we're doing right. And I mean the industry, but what can we do to be better? What can we do to benefit you, the maintenance tech, you, the maintenance professional, you, the maintenance supervisor? What do you need from the industry? Let us know. Thank you so much for listening. And I promise we're going to have some really great and informative podcasts coming up within the next several months. One of them has been a work in process for 3 months. And I think we've finally gotten where we want to go with it. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'll give you a keyword: tariff. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Catch you on the next one.